Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel On the Hook Crochet, where we talk about wearable crochet style. Today I'm releasing a pattern and it is called the Picnictime sweater. And I wanted to show this to you. I just have the first page here, but this is the pattern. It is 17 pages long. And those of you who have bought my patterns before know that I write my patterns in a conversational style so that you can understand how to crochet the sweater, the garment, the shawl, the scarf, the cowl, whatever it is. Make it easy for you so that you don't have to worry about reading lots of abbreviations. I do use some, but they're very few and far between. Usually I explain things 2 or 3 different ways so that you can understand how to crochet a garment without being intimidated by a lot of very advanced directions, and a lot of times those are just too hard to follow. You have to just almost read the designer's mind. In my patterns, you don't have to read my mind. I put it all out there on paper so that you can see exactly how to crochet the pattern. So I just wanted you to know that. This is written just like all my others. It is the same style, and there are places in there where you can fill in the blanks so that you're designing your own pattern. You can design it however you want. You can write in the number of stitches that you need or that you've done, and write in the type of yarn that you use, the hook sizes that you use. I add places in the pattern for you to actually do that so that you will know exactly what you did the first time around. I always recommend that you make a pattern at least twice, because the second time you're going to be more confident. You're going to adjust anything that you might not have adjusted before, and so that it'll be perfect the second time, and the third time you make it, it'll even be better. So I just wanted to let you know that that is how I write my patterns. And this is a pattern release for the Picnictime sweater. I'm going to stand up and show you what it looks like. This is a pattern with about 1 or 2 inches of ease around the bottom. It doesn't have very much ease in it, but I made it from Cotton Splash yarn, and this yarn is probably a 3 or a 4. I do have a tank top on under this. It's a 4 weight yarn, but it's very light, and it's made from cotton and acrylic. Very comfortable, and it has really nice drape. And what that does is it adds to the look of the sweater. If you have a yarn with lots of drape, then you will know that when you make a sleeve like this, for instance, that it will be nice and loose. It's not going to stand straight out. It's going to drape around your arm, and also the sweater itself will drape to your body. And if you make it bigger around the middle, it'll drape nicely even if you do that. So my patterns are also designed so that you can make them as wide or as narrow as you want. You can change the look of the neckline. You can make the sleeves longer or shorter, whatever you desire. And I also give optional directions for maybe a finish, like this one has a lace finish along the bottom. You don't have to do that, but it also matches the lace around the sleeve as well. So I try to design the sweaters so that they look put together when you make them the way I design them, but you can certainly do it any way you want to, because it's your sweater and it will fit you. Also, my sweaters are not designed with sizes in mind. So if you're a size 8 or you're a size 14 or you're a 2X, you should be able to make my sweaters and have them fit you, because they are designed to fit you. They're not designed to fit anyone else. So when you take your side seam to side seam measurement, that usually gives you the key to making your sweater the right size for you. In this particular pattern, I have added instructions for short rows. Short rows are usually thought of as something really difficult to do. They're not difficult to do at all. And you can adjust, for example, your neckline. And I talked about this in one of my On the Hook crochet videos 2 or 3 videos ago, that you can adjust the neckline to fit you. So if you, for example, if you bring your neckline over too far, you try on your sweater and you think, I just really don't like the way that neckline looks, you can fill in with short rows. And in this particular pattern, I have described how to do short rows, why you do short rows, and in the pattern they're optional. You can put them in your sweater if you want to, or you can leave them out. I used them in this sweater because I was adjusting the neckline. If you don't need to adjust the neckline, then you probably don't need short rows. But you never know when you might need some short rows. You might need them on another sweater. I need to go back and look at that and crochet some short rows into my neckline so that it fits. Or you might use some under the arm. I've seen sections of short rows under arms so that it will give you more room under there if you make a mistake and don't make your sweater correctly. However, in my patterns, I do allow for your measurement to be here as well. So if you have large arms, you can make this a larger measurement. If you have small arms, you can make it a smaller measurement. So in this pattern, I have described the sleeves as being blousey sleeves. I do have other sweaters that have fitted sleeves, so you might look at my Etsy shop for those, and they tell you how to do that as well. So I just wanted to bring this to you today. I'm excited because this sweater is probably my most requested sweater, and I'd never written the pattern for it. So I do have the pattern out there. It's on Etsy, and if you'll look in your inbox, you should have an email from me that has a substantial discount that you can use on this pattern. And I said in my video just this pattern the other day, I meant this pattern or any pattern in my shop. If you want to buy 5 patterns with a discount, you can certainly do that. I don't mind one bit. So I encourage you to go out and take a look at it on Etsy. I'll put a link to it in the description box below, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day and enjoyed this little short video about my brand new pattern, Picnic Time Sweater. So join me next time to find out what's on the hook.